Tino Gordon is a life insurance and financial consultant at Gordon Legacy Consulting, dedicated to ensuring financial security and preserving the unique legacies of his clients. And Tino is with us here. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm excellent, thank you. So, how did you actually get started in the world of life insurance and retirement planning?
Oh man, that's a great question. So I got started, it was about 7 or 8 years ago. Really, the story that got me into it was my uncle passed away. And I was just asking the funeral director, like, how much did the funeral cost? And, I was asking my family how we were able to pay for it because it was a magnificent funeral. The headstone was the first one I've ever seen in color with a picture on it. So I was just curious about those things. And then people came to my church and they started talking about financial planning and insurance. And I was fascinated by it. And then a few years later, I just got into the industry and it just all came full circle with everything that I've seen and experienced and learning. And I just wanted to help people. And my grandmother let me know that, hey, when it comes to legacy, it's not so much always just about the insurance or the financial piece, but the stories that they have and the life that they live and how that leaves an impact and a legacy for the future.
Your grandmother, of course, played a role in shaping your approach by emphasizing the importance of client stories. So how do the stories contribute to the legacy planning process?
So one of the things that happened was I had a client who passed away. And I realized when I went to his funeral that he told me stories that nobody in his family knew. And so I was talking to his family members about like some things that happened in his life. And I realized, oh, he lived an amazing life, but not everybody got to share in his experience and his stories. So I just started remembering the stories that people had and just, making sure that people documented their life so that they could have that passed down to their future generations.
Do you have any examples of a client that has a story that particularly resonated with you and influenced your approach to legacy planning?
So really, I would say it's my own personal story. For me, I didn't meet my grandfather until my mother passed away. And what happened, I didn't know like the amazing life that my grandpa, international Hall of Fame martial artist, traveled around the world.
Wow.
And so it was a blessing in disguise when my mother passed away that I was able to connect with him and then get to hear his story, his life. Like I didn't know my love for martial arts was already in my bloodline. So that was amazing.
You've expanded your services to include wealth building and Medicare. So how do these additional tools complement your mission of helping to give clients a great life and build a lasting legacy?
Yes. So with wealth building, you really just want to protect everything that you've worked so hard to build. Everything that you've built up over your lifetime, your assets, you don't want to get to your later years in life and then have to wipe that away. Especially one of the biggest destroyers of wealth is health. You're healthy all your life and then one day you may get sick and then you have to wipe out your savings, wipe out any assets that you have. So that's where the Medicare comes into play. And it partners with the wealth building because you want to have that money tree that you've been planting and growing all your life be sustainable, especially in your later years. And then also have something to pass down for your legacy as part of what you leave to the future.
How do you strike a balance between ensuring your clients' financial security and helping them build a meaningful life?
Yeah, so that all goes with goals. Each client is different. It's making me think of a lady who really just she wanted her wealth to go towards animal shelters and protecting the animals. So again, everybody is different. It's just, I sit down and figure out what your goals are and then tailor a plan to fit those goals.
And what are your kind of long-term goals for the future of Gordon Legacy Consulting, and how do you plan to continue helping individuals create and preserve their legacies?
Yeah, so right now for the holiday season, my main focus is helping the children. I want to show parents how they could set their child up to be on a amazing financial path. And for most of the children, they could turn into millionaires within their lifetime with the plans that I have available.
Wow.
But also just making sure that, it's not just what you leave to people, but what you leave in them, because the money is just a tool, but it's more about what do you want them to do with the money? What dreams and goals do they have? And let that seed turn into something amazing.
And in the kind of short term as well, what are you working on at the moment?
Yeah, so the kids is something that I'm working on at the moment. And overall, the big goal, the long-term goal, is just to make sure that people live life with intention. That's what it's all about, because we all are going to leave a legacy. Most people leave it by accident, but I want to help people leave it with intention. It's like, how do you want to be remembered? What is it that you want to accomplish in life? And what tools that I have to build the bridge to get you to that goal?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, where are we able to find Gordon Legacy Consulting and keep up to date with it everywhere?
All right. So you can find me pretty much on all social media at Gordon Legacy Consulting, or you can reach me, look at my website, gordonlegacyconsulting.com. And you can reach me on my phone, 815-414-6058.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great having you on.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.